Well, welcome to a classic Japanese action-adventure game here on Battle of the Ports. It's been a while since we've covered anything like this. As with many old Japanese PC games that are quite janky, this comes to us from Nihon Telnet and their renovation label. The game in question is XZR or XZR 2, otherwise known as Exile, which first hit the NEC PC 8801 on December 17, 1988. Now apparently, XZR2 was released a mere 4 months after the first game. If this is the case, it's quite the achievement, as XZR2 greatly improves upon every aspect of the first game, although still quite janky in the control department. Talking of which, the game suffers like many Japanese PC games of the time, with floaty loose feeling controls, and pretty poor frame rate. However, they have a certain charm that allows you to overlook these flaws. XZR2 depicts the further adventures of Sadler after the events of the previous game. Now living in the time of Christian Crusades, Sadler makes an attempt to unite the world under one god and achieve world peace. Along the way, he performs a Masonic ritual in an attempt to receive Mani and slaughters many Hindu and Buddhist deities. Sadler meets the head of the King Templar, Huge the Pains, and helps him search for the Holy Max, a holy artifact. Sadler travels to several different countries including France, where Rumi is kidnapped, India, Cambodia and Japan. Released on the same day as the PC 8801 version, this PC 9801 port is identical apart from now coming on 2 discs rather than 4. The graphics, gameplay and sound are all identical to the PC 8801 version, which to be honest kinda sucks. I would have expected at least some upgrades. As with the original, the music was composed by Shinobu Ogawa and Tenpei Sato. One interesting point about the Japanese computer versions is the presence of illicit drugs, in addition to the conventional items, such as potions and medical herbs. Sadler also uses narcotics, such as hash, cocoa, opiates, LSD, marijuana, and so on, to heal himself, or increase other attributes. Overusing certain drugs will result in side effects, including death. Exile, the console versions of XZR2, replace most of the illicit drugs with fictionalized equivalents. Next up is the MSX2 version, which does run at a lower resolution to the previous versions, but also a much better looking game in my opinion. Sadly, it doesn't play any better than the NEC versions, which is why you will not see past the first boss in this video. Sometimes I just can't be bothered to deal with poor controlling games. On March 29, 1991 came the first console release to the PC Engine CD-ROM, going under the title of Exile Tokyo no Hammerhair, or Exile Into the Boundaries of Time in English. This is a big step up from the Japanese PC versions in terms of looks and sound, as well as playability. Sadly, this is the awful American release I'm playing here. Why awful, you may ask? Well, because this is a working designs release, and as always, they messed with the game, making it harder than it should be. Some enemies take a stupid amount of damage. Hopefully there's a deconstructed working designs version out there. Anyway, besides that, which isn't a fault of the original developers, this port features many quality of life improvements such as walk speeds, easier to navigate menus, better collision detection and improved playability. Of course, this wouldn't be a Telenet Japan game without some jank, and we do have some, in the shape of questionable collision detection at times. Still, this is vastly superior to the versions that came before it. It's just a shame the CD audio tracks loop so frequently. December 6, 1991 saw the Mega Drive version of Exile hit the stores in Japan. This is a pretty looking game in areas as well as having some good tunes throughout, but sadly it's hampered with some very unfair collision detection and cheap unavoidable enemies. It does feature all the quality of life improvements found in the PC Engine version, but the playability really lets it down. And let's take a look at all those versions of Exile running side by side.